Okay, we have 4 lines that we talk about when we're talking about hoisting the main and getting ready to hoist the main. The first one is the halyard, which we covered in a previous video. Bob is showing that to you now. The halyard's attached to the headstock. It's also secured on the winch so it won't bounce around, but that's ready to go. The next line that we have to concern ourselves with is the reef line. If the reef line doesn't have slack in it, you will not get the main up properly. This is the reef line. It's white with red tracer. It comes out of the end of the boom, out of the free end of the boom, and attaches to the reefing clue on the main. Right now, this is properly slacked, and we'll cover the reef line in more detail in a separate video. But you always want to make sure before you hoist that you have this much slack in the reef line, and like I said, we'll cover that in another video. The next line that we're going to talk about, as long as we're right here, is the main sheet. The main sheet is here on this winch. You can trace it right back here to this set of blocks. You want to lift it off the winch, take the wraps off, run out just a couple coils of slack, and then get it back on the winch. This will allow the sail to move and breathe and the boom to move a little bit as you hoist. You don't want to have this off completely because you don't want to have the boom swing wildly. The next one we're going to look at that we have to take care of is the vang. The boom vang will help control the tension on the boom. So it runs here around this winch. We're going to take the loops off. We're going to go to this rope clutch and release it. Lifting it doesn't release it. You have to open these and push them down. Did you hear that noise? That was the boom vang. It's spring loaded. Right now the vang is loaded. I'm going to open up the clutch, push it, and it gives us some slack. If we don't do that, again, the main will not raise properly and you'll be frustrated. So again, to recap, we've got halyard, reef line, main sheet, and vang.
How much you letting the vang out?
As much as it wants. It'll take the slack that it needs. You don't have to try to pull a whole bunch of slack up onto the deck. It's spring loaded, and it'll take the slack that it needs. And as long as you leave the clutch open while you're hoisting, you'll be okay.
Then once the sail's hoisted, what do you do with the boom vang?
Once the sail's hoisted, you close the clutch, lock it down, and then you can play with the tension. You can use the tension here. This is a kind of a one-way valve. You can pull the line through to get more tension, and if you need to release it, you can release it that way. But that's really the captain's call in terms of sail trim.
But you want to have that locked.
You want to have this locked, yes.